just wanted to show you the madness that has become my room in order to create this. That's how I had everything balanced. And this is what I have come up with for this makeup look. I think it turned out great. And yes, anybody, and this is not the best setup, but I'm doing this. Let's talk about makeup. Why do we do makeup? I think makeup is a great way of self-expression, and it also is quite an ancient practice that came back from the time where we thought we could get closer to God if we did certain things like draw blue lines in our eyes and I don't know, make tattoos and do all these other crazy things. So the way that we have brought it into our modern age with our modern technologies and whatever is we do our makeup. And I like doing makeup because sometimes it gives me that little boost of confidence. It helps me show who I am to the world, and it just makes me feel better about myself. So I'm going to start doing my makeup and continue talking because I never stop talking, and I can hear everybody in my house thinking I'm a crazy person right now, and that's okay. I'm accepting the fact that they don't know that I want to do YouTube videos, and that's a challenge that we shall have to overcome. So first things first, I'm going to take my hair back because it's gonna get in my face and that's gonna get me annoyed. And I get annoyed enough in my life, to be honest with you. There are lots of things that can get us angry and whatever. The way that I like to start doing my makeup is I start with the brows. I just fill them in a little bit, and then I go on to my face if it needs any help on that day. And my favorite part is the eyes. I haven't put any cream on, so I'm going to do that first. The cream that I'm using at the moment is like a day and night cream. I don't get super fancy. I like things that are simple. I don't have time to remember a lot of things. And yes, this is just what I do with my face. Just put on some cream. The important thing is to let your foundations and your creams set in before you start applying any sort of color correcting makeup, because a lot of the time the creams are containing lots of vitamins and things that are helping your skin get better, and if you just put on foundation then you're clogging all that good stuff in, and I'm not sure if that's the best way to do it. So that's why I like to start with my creams and then do my brows and then move on to the rest of the things, which I'm going to do right now. So the way I do my brows is very, very simple. I just brush them up and then I slowly start filling them up, kind of following the shape of the brow. The first time I realized I wanted to do my brows with makeup was when we had a school photo shoot, and that was back when the only makeup I would do for myself was like a bit of mascara and a bit of lip gloss and a bit of eyeliner. And then I looked back at all these pictures and I was like, Renata, you don't have any eyebrows. and that started my whole eyebrow journey. I like doing brows because they're like the frames of the face. I love seeing girls with like full natural hairy brows because then they're just like strong and they have a nice it gives a nice pow to their eyes, and I think that's super cool. Alright, I am a Marsian Moonbaby. I love all things gold and blue. So today, like most other days, I'm going to do a golden eye. I'm going to use blue eyeliner, bright blue eyeliner, I also have some colorful and some glitter makeup. And a sip of tea. In order to start with eyes, you gotta prep them. Everybody has gone through this already. You're gonna take the lightest color in your palette. You're gonna put it all over your eyes. For this, you can use a flat brush. I also have some fluffy brushes that are also quite nice sometimes. So this is just what I do. Makeup is a great way of meditation in the morning. This is another reason why I like doing it. I like to just kind of stand in the mirror and be like, alright, let's get you prepped for the day. You're gonna make your face look gorgeous, you're gonna feel amazing, and you're gonna go outside and things are gonna work out. And it's a nice way of fooling yourself into being active and doing other things. So, we're gonna try this green color. I'm going to mix it in with a bit of this because they have absolutely zero difference to my eye and I just want to. I'm going to place that at the lower part of my lid, just like so. So recently I've been getting a lot into spirituality and all things magical, and I found out that there is such a thing as mystical realm readings from a podcast called Soulfully Awakened, which I should link. So that made me really interested in like, what mystical realms do you associate yourself with, and what are some of the things that you always thought about yourself but you never really got confirmation for it, so you never really thought them as valid. And one of the things I know about the world right now is a lot of people are looking for validation in different ways, and I think sometimes it's about the simple things of like finding out who you truly are will give you so much more validation than going outside and trying to find somebody who'll be like, oh my god, you're so pretty, are you like a fairy? You know, you can just go online and be like, what mystical realm am I? And take some BuzzFeed quizzes and find out for yourself. And it's always great to share. I love sharing new things with people. I'm just using a brown color. And I love sharing things with people. I love finding people who are interested in the same wacky stuff as me. So I was really interested in sacred geometry at some point because I was just drawing circles in my notebooks. And the other day, I was speaking to this person, and I was like, oh, you should learn about sacred geometry, because he was gonna get a tattoo, and he was like, what's sacred geometry? And I was like, I geeked out, and I was like, okay, so there's like this circle, and then there are the other circles, and everything means something, and it's cool to find out what things mean, and it's cool to find out, oh, this thing that I did as a child actually means something in the real world, in the ancient world, and the things that we kind of know but kind of forgot about. And there's so much beauty in this world, and there's so much that we know that we are just not letting ourselves value that knowledge as actual things that are important and actual things that will help us with our lives. I'm going to use a golden color. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to use some gold right on my eyelids, because why not? Yes, a little bit of gold. I've seen Tati do this halo effect. I've seen a lot of people do the halo effect. I don't know why we do it. I think it looks strange, but I'm going to do it today because I want to try it out. This is a very strange video. Very little of it is about makeup. A lot of it is about my thoughts. Which I think what this channel will be about, mostly. I really want to have an outlet for me to share some of my thoughts on where our society is going and where our world is going and where our world has been already. And I think it's important. I think it's important that we start bringing new ideas to the table, because we keep living like our parents. We keep following our parents' footsteps, and we keep thinking that that's what we have to do. We have to keep this legacy. But the more I talk to people nowadays, the more I understand that so many of us are not following our dreams. So many of us know what we should be doing in our lives and know what we want to be doing in our lives, but we're not doing those things because that's just not acceptable, or that's not a real job, or whatever other thing you have been told your entire life. And it's important to be like, no, you're strong enough to do things even if people tell you you can't do them. You're strong enough to do things even if you think you can't. And yeah. Alright. I have some green, I have some gold. I'm not looking at the camera much, but I'm going to add my favorite element of my makeup, which is my blue eyeliner. My favorite color. And I've always liked putting blue in my eyes. People have thought it's weird, I don't care. In a perfect universe, I would be golden skinned and blue haired and silvered and full of tattoos, a lot more than just two. But blue eyeliner is my compromise for now. I've had trouble with my eyeliner for a while. There have been times where I wouldn't wear eyeliner. There have been times where I didn't really wear makeup either. But nowadays I quite like to. So I'm just going to attempt to draw 2 straight lines, and then I fill them up. I usually go all the way around, and I like to start with one eye and then do the other. Okay, so I've done the corner, and now I'm just going to move my hand this way, and I'm going to try to follow the shape of the eye. Okay, the thing I like to do next is I will just pull my eye a little bit and fill up whatever feels like it needs a bit of filling. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to try to do the same thing on the right eye. I want to hear thoughts from other people. Weirdest sentence ever, I know, but I've always had psychic abilities, but people don't like to believe in themselves, and people don't like to believe in psychics for some reason nowadays. So I want to see what other people are interested in genuinely, so that I can find more people to create content with and create more content by myself and figure out what does the world need right now in this very moment. What will make us feel better? What will make us feel like we can make changes, make positive changes? People feel hopeless. I find so many people feel hopeless, and that's not okay. That's just not okay. Okay. If you don't know how to do your eyeliner, my best tip for you is buy yourself some eyeliner and figure it out. If you want to do it, I have this containment of everything that I might need. I'm sitting on my bed because in the 6 years of living in this rental apartment, I've not figured out a way to have everything in my space aligned in a manner that I can actually create the things that I want to create, and that's something that I'm still working on. I feel like if you're not getting something in this very moment, then maybe the truth is you need to learn something else, or you need to push out of some boundary, or you have to get over some fear that you had before to get onto the next level. So talking about getting to the next level, I've done my eyeliner. It looks a little bit wonky. That's okay. And now I'm going to finish my eye look with some mascara. And then I'm going to possibly take care of some things on my face, and I would really love to add some highlighter. My favorite part of makeup is usually eyes. I've always been interested in how ancient Egyptian people would do their makeup, and I was always quite drawn to this oriental style with quite dramatic winged eyeliners and using colors and like using little dots. I'm a bit of a high priestess in my head somewhere, so I've always tried to strive for that kind of level of authenticity and knowledge and creativity. I've kind of stepped away from that path for fear of masculinity and other things, and listening to my parents a little bit too much. But I'm getting back to it now, and it's an interesting journey. Alright, interesting journey. I'm going to add some eyeshadow to my lower lash line. The thing that I've liked to do recently is I have this crimson, I believe it's called crimson glitter. The thing I've noticed is everything changes and nothing really is stable. So if in your surroundings at the moment it's not acceptable to do something, chances are if you start doing it, then more people will start realizing that it's not unacceptable, they've just never had the courage to do it themselves. So I was always the kind of kid who was a bit weird. I studied music, and I quite like photography, and I quite like art, and I love all things ancient, and I love this balance that we are supposed to have between the masculine and the feminine, where everything is joyful, which is a wonderful world. And I don't know, I've always kind of tried to live as if that was my reality already, and during teenagehood, that's where I've kind of realized that the world isn't that great. The world isn't that great. People aren't always authentic to their feelings. People are quite often trying to just get on with their lives and not really succeed in anything. They're just trying to get by. And I was always the kind of person that was like, no, there's so much more for us. Let's get enlightened. The world is a beautiful place. The world is supposedly heaven on earth, and I think it's time we embrace that. Embrace that we're all creative beings. Embrace that we all want love and joy and unconditional compassion in our lives. And that's what I try to offer people, but I get worn out. I get worn out trying to be this person that doesn't get hurt, because you do get hurt. You do get hurt when you're not listened to, and you do get hurt when you don't have the ability to be your authentic self. But this is why I think it's great that we have the platforms like Facebook and Instagram and YouTube, where you can find people who are creating something that you want to see, and where you have the ability to create something for other people to see. And yeah, you'll always have haters. There'll always be people who aren't ready for your truth and your knowledge. Teal Swan is a great example of that. But I think it's still important that we all start sharing our truth and moving away from this hurtful past where we keep remembering about wars and we keep thinking that we have to fight each other. Like, no, just hug it out and be okay already, people. In that note, I'm going to use some of the pink, silver, and golden glitters on my cheekbones. Bring some light and some shimmer. Yesterday I found out that the belly dancing oriented from the female connection with the goddess Gaia, the goddess of earth, and the shimmy is actually one of the best moves you can do to start off your root chakra and to get everything going. So I think it's at some point I will want to do some videos on some dances and some meditations and some practices that you can do to just elevate yourself. Sometimes it's important to make yourself feel better. Like today, when I just want to feel better by being extremely glitterful and green and blue. My happiest self is when I have an occasion to wear blue lipstick, which might be today just for the purpose of this video. I love the color blue. Indigo is definitely one of my colors. And I've always felt weird wearing blue lipstick because people will look at you. Like, people will look at you. Why would you do that to yourself? But whatever. I'm gonna do it for the purpose of now. Or maybe not. Let me see what other things I have. It's falling. Everything has fallen. I don't care at this moment. I'm going to finish off my makeup by putting on some lip balm that I've had for the past God knows how many years, because lip balms never end. It doesn't matter how long you use them for, they just never end. And I am going to line my lips with some red and pink whatever, and then I'm going to use this Chicago Symphony by Wycon Cosmetics. Wycon makeup was one of my favorite brands that came to Cyprus because it was the second fully cruelty-free makeup other than NYX that was available here, and now we also have the Body Shop. But I think there are some principles that we just have to stick by at this point, you know, like not using animals to try out products. Because I'm sorry, if you're putting such chemicals into your makeup that humans might actually suffer from it, then why are you even creating that makeup? That's been my questions. Why create extra chemicals that could be harmful to our bodies and then test them on animals, create more harm and more suffering, when all you could do is just use something that we have already come up with, or find something that's natural that you know will not hurt somebody, so you don't have to test it on animals. Like, come on people, let's get this going. Let's start making this world a better place. Alright, I'm using some blue. I'm going to use it with my finger because I'm not bothered with cleaning a brush after. The secret to matte lipsticks is always have lip balm under and grab some lip balm with you. So that you don't dry yourself up. Alright, so our look is done. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep the blue lipstick, but I quite love it in general. The way I do my hair is something that people may ask. Is I brush it before I go to sleep with my bamboo brush, and then I put it into a braid in hopes that it will curl like so. And this is just what I do. Natural, heat-free, gets you up in the morning. Alright, so thank you everybody for joining me on this wacky random rants tutorial on how to do your makeup or not. I hope to see you again. Please like and comment and share. Let me know what else you would like to see, if there are any thoughts of mine that you heard that you would like me to follow up on. And yeah, I shall see you in my next video. Bye.